Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Roast. And I'm, of course, Sugar Chris. And with me is Mr. Jason, old guest of the show now.
Old? What are you talking old, man?
I see that gray
Not,
in that beard,
not
Jason.
that. Yeah, but that's just wisdom, my
That's
friends.
that what it is.
It's just wisdom.
Such
Yeah,
majesty in that beard.
Fine.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Majestic.
And we've got
Mm.
surprisingly, a new guest, a man who should have been probably on our show ages ago, Mr. Frog G.
Why, hello, everybody.
And oh my gosh,
Bro.
we got ink spots here.
Hey,
Hey,
made it.
how you doing?
Yeah, they were saying they weren't sure if you would be able to make it, sir.
Usually I'm working, but
That's what I told him. Yeah.
Well, it's always good to have you around. You are certainly a talented colorist.
He's the most unknown talented guy.
Hey, I'm no gay Valentine, man.
Who is?
Yeah.
Gabel Taib isn't even Gabel Taib.
There we go. And then Sim creeps in at the end.
Oh, look at Sim sneaking on in.
What's
What's up,
man?
people? Long
Hey,
time
Sam.
no see. How's it going?
What's up, man?
What up?
What's going on, man?
We have the whole crew popping in now. Alrighty. How y'all doing this morning? You get your coffee, Sam?
Yep, from Tim Horton too.
Of
All right.
Nice.
Dude, if you ever taste the Tim Horton coffee, best coffee there is. I'm so sorry.
What is it?
Tim Horton. The
Tim
coffee
Hortons?
is like it's like roasted and it tastes. You can taste the roast. It's freaking good.
Tim Hortons coffee.
Yeah,
That's something
I
right
kind
now.
of am stuck on my Starbucks French roast.
Oh, it's expensive, Sam.
It's
Yeah.
expensive. It's
And,
expensive.
and Starbucks not that great compared.
It's not, they burn it, but well, this is this is the K cups.
Really do.
But I don't know, man. Once you get used to a flavor, you kind of stick with it.
Yeah, that's it. When you get stuck on something.
Yeah. My one friend, she loves Dunkin' Donuts, so I mean that's not like it's highbrow, but she loves it.
But Dunkin' Donut went out of business here because of Tim Horton. Like
Oh.
we don't have anymore. There's one left in the entire place.
Wow, it's pretty wild, man. It's Dunkin' Donuts, man. They serve more than coffee.
They used to be big, but that's the thing. Tim Horton is the same thing as as Dunkin' Donut, but technically better.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not that. You can get 12 K-cups for $10.
You can take donuts. You can have like Timbits. You can have like those little egg muffin that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just was better. I don't know.
Nice.
It was preferred, so they went out of business. So the same thing as Starbucks. We have Starbucks here, but Dunkin' Donut could not compete with those.
Right. Yeah.
All right, I just bought some. You better be right, Sam.
You know who to blame, though.
It's about like, if this tastes like shit, I'm coming for you, Sam.
I usually only drink Kona coffee, but we'll try it. We'll try it.
Everybody's talking about their fancy coffees and whatnot. I'm over here drinking water like a prick.
Dude, we all need Java to light up that brain in the morning. It's creativity.
I love coffee.
The morning, afternoon, night.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
drink it. Yeah. It's
evening, yeah.
It'll be 4 a.m. I'll be drinking coffee.
Do I need to say the mantra again, Chris?
No,
It
God,
is by
no.
the grain of Java that my brain gains
Shut up.
motion. What?
Heard that too many times now. Oh Lord,
Oh, yeah. How are you all doing?
I'm doing good. I had to get up a little early today. Usually I get up like an hour before the stream to set this thing up and get rolling. But I got up a little bit earlier because my dang key fob to the gym is not working to let me in to do my workouts and whatnot.
You key what?
My key fob,
Key fob.
a little key fob
Okay.
that you use to scan and let myself in. And it's not been working the past couple of days. So I called him up and tried yesterday and didn't get a hold of him. Called him up today, and he's like, "Well, I don't know." So he tried to look it up, couldn't figure it out. He said, "Well, have you had a new card?" I was like, "No." And I mean, I've been going
You renew your membership because it's been a while you haven't gone. Maybe you just like finish your membership.
it's supposed to auto pay
Okay.
and
Yeah.
everything, so it's supposed to just roll over.
Right.
And gosh, it's been a long while now. I've had it. Nothing. So he doesn't know. He asked me if I got a new card. I was like, no. So he just went ahead and authorized me to let me back in. He said, when he gets back to his house and everything, he'll look it up, try to figure out what's going on.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, at least I can get back to it.
Yeah, get back to it, man.
but
Even Inkspot's been getting jacked. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those pictures of your work, Ink Spots. I figure you probably do a lot of heavy lifting and stuff there at your
oh
job.
yeah, I have well, I took this business over in February, and so since February I haven't taken a day off till today. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's crazy.
Mad lad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least hopefully you're making that money.
Just starting to. This will be the first month I made a profit. So
Oh my gosh.
last month was no profit.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I sunk my dump truck up to the axles in mud, so that cost me $1,000 to get
Oh,
it pulled
jeez,
out.
dude.
So it's hard to make a dollar.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
It's how they say it: plant the seed so you can reap the harvest.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's planting things, all right.
Yeah.
They're seeds, but he's planting things.
I'm not
Oh,
one of those
Sounds similar, but
people that succeeds at anything, so.
He deals with something that sounds similar but not the same.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Like
funny.
I remember the septic tank that you were installing that kind of like exploded.
Oh yeah, I've had a few mishaps. Well, I broke my neck.
Yeah, he broke his neck.
On one of the
Yeah.
first jobs I did when I got this company, and then I got blood clots. Then I went blind for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And
For a little
still-
while, Frog G had 2 blind artists on me.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
The highest brow blind comic you could ever find. You know?
And I got a new eyeglass prescription, so 3 blind. There
Three
you go.
blind,
Perfect. Yes.
3 blind creators in
Yeah.
one book. You couldn't ask for a better campaign, everybody.
Well, it'll certainly be unique.
Yeah, that's for sure.
How's it look? I don't know.
I kind of look right. Throw it out there.
People seem to like it.
Yeah, Ink's been still coloring pages even though he's blind. I've been drawing even though I'm blind. I mean, the show must go on without even no matter what hurdles come our way.
But I'm curious, how did Frog G, the comic get started? Like, obviously, we all know Frog G, the mod.
Yeah.
So
Look,
that actually
Frog can tell you.
it got started on the Absolute Book 2 campaign. One of the tiers he had was Become Affected. And for that one, he would make a custom card for you. He'd work with, Jason would work with you, come up with a unique character. And so I said, yes, absolutely. I love Jason's work. I want him to draw, the Frog G character. So I coordinated with Jason on that one, got the design for it, went back and forth a little bit, and posted it up there, and everyone was just like, "This is an amazing cover. When is this book coming out?" Okay. So all 3 of us got together and said, "Okay, let's make a book."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was never initially supposed to actually like be. It was just supposed to be like a trading card. And I was going to do Absolute Samurai Priest after my second one, and Ink Spots was going to go into Metal Mayhem Rock Boy and stuff like that. And so we were all going to do our own separate campaigns, but the fans demanded it, and the fans get what the fans want. So a whole campaign and comic came out of the fruition of one little backing and the demands of the fans. So this is because you demanded it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've always found your artwork interesting, Jason. Like, you've got such a unique style, and then Ink Spots does such a cool job with colors.
Yeah, with the Frog G cart, like as the drawn in the absolute affected one, there was two tiers, and I knew I wanted two colorists to work with. One was Matt Yackey. I love Matt's stuff. He's just amazing. And I was like, and Ink Spots, because I saw him on a few streams. He colored a few pieces that I saw. And, it wasn't because of Charlie's London. It was just because of all the other stuff I've seen too, or even Cash Grab. I've seen all the other stuff he's done. I'm like, man, this guy is good, and he has that art vibe. It's not just a traditional comic coloring like cut grad type style. It's more artsy, and I'm like, I really want him to color something, and so that's why I asked him. I hit him up, and we just once that happened, we're like, yeah, we work well together. So and the way we do this book is it's even the card, like it came about this way because I just drew the character and Inkspots did everything else. So he did the backgrounds and stuff like that on the card, and so it just works well that way. The way we're doing it, where I won't do like it's not like I'll omit all backgrounds. I'll put some stuff in there sometimes, but it gives Ink a lot of room to play and also create and just add more to the comic and flex his art muscles because he's an artist in his own right. Like everybody's, he's not just a colorist. So. And so I'll do the inks, foregrounds and stuff, and then he'll come in and make it look pretty.
So what's up, Pasquale and El Gargo?
Oh yeah,
Welcome to the
Pascale's
stream.
here. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, El Gargoyle with his eggplant.
Gargoyle. I haven't seen Gargoyle in a while.
If I don't address the chat, you forget them.
Nah, I mean, I was actually recently thinking of Gargoyle, not in that way, but and I was also I was thinking I haven't seen Joe Boo's Rum. He used to go by Joe Boo's Rum back in the day. Then he just changed it to Joe Boo. I haven't seen him in a while. There's a few people I haven't seen around in a while, so I'm glad to see Gargoyle.
Jason's like, man, I haven't seen El Gargoyle's eggplant in a while.
I miss his eggplant. I miss it all over.
He's busy
So
and
you
programming.
see El Gargoyle's his avatar there. That was from the very first book I ever drew as an artist, and it was an obscure children's Christian children's book. It sold like
Nice.
100 copies, and he likes to put that on there just to mess with me because I
That's
hate
funny.
the artwork in that book.
Hey, it's a job, ain't it?
It was my first job, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pascal says, hey, Frog G, I'm already a backer and I have a beanie.
Hail,
Nice.
thank you.
Oh,
Those
nice.
beanies are
Glad
nice.
you got the-
Yeah, I hope you like it.
Pascal is a big fan of the comics. He's always backing stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hail, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the beanies turned out pretty good.
We weren't thinking they were going to turn out good because we had a huge problem trying to get the embroidery done. We couldn't get the embroidery done on the beanie because of how loose the fabric was. It wouldn't have came out very good, and so we ended up having to make patches, embroidered patches, and get those sewn on. So it was a little bit of a process.
Yeah. Are you on your Yeti ink?
Am I on my Yeti?
Did your StreamYard switch out your mic?
Oh, why is it acting weird?
No,
it
you just
seems
sound
like it's picking
tinny.
up from your camera, yeah.
You sound
Sound
tinny.
like you're
I mean,
tinny.
we can hear you fine. So if you don't want to mess with it, I get it. But I know you normally sound pretty clear.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while, so.
Like I said, we can hear you fine if you don't want to bother with it.
Yeah, StreamYard does that. If you haven't been on StreamYard for a while, it'll just reset that to your camera.
But yeah, like there's been plenty of snafus with this campaign. I mean, don't get me wrong, but we're still on track. And even if there's a snafu, we try to make up for it. Like with the beanies, they just weren't exactly precisely like they turned out great. People like them. They don't fit everyone though. Which if you have kind of a big dome, it may like start to come up a little bit. But it still fits you. It just doesn't fit the way I wanted it to fit. So I compensated by giving somebody a little something extra that backed it.
Is this working any better?
Oh, there you go,
There we
dude.
go, yeah.
Perfect.
Great.
Yeah.
It switched out my microphone to my webcam for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sounded like distant, but you were there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you sound crisp, dude. Nice.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. But with the book itself, that's coming along beautifully. So yeah, like there's no snafus really there. I gotta actually Ink Spots and I have to meet up so we could lay out the next 10 pages. because I just finished page 28. So we'll lay out the next 10 pages, and then hopefully in like a couple weeks or 3, I could finish those up, and then we'll lay out the next 10. So you know what I mean? It's a pretty cookie cutter conveyor belt process, and it just works.
Okay.
Ink Spot. Gargo has a suggestion if you want to get back at him.
Ink Spot. I found some of my movies.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of El Gargoyle's work.
He does great work.
Yes.
He really puts his back into it.
Oh yeah.
When he goes into something, he goes all in.
That's right.
He's all in. Yeah, and that's the Matt Barr cover with colors by Matt Yaki. So
That's the supplemental.
for the supplemental, yeah.
And tell them about the supplemental ink.
Supplemental is really, we wanted something that kind of reminded everybody of Jason's absolute work because everyone dug that so much. But there's no colors and that. So what we decided to do is I would do pencil layouts on it, and then Jason comes in and does the finishes that gives it his unique style to it. So you still get that absolute vibe, and then I get to do something on the supplemental as well. So it's pretty fun. And it's just the story of pretty much the big bad. It's his origin story. So Cernunnos, he's a god of creation who decides he doesn't. Well, he's actually a mediator god, and he decides he wants to be a god of creation. Like he wants to create his own, followers, but he doesn't have that ability. So he takes other people's creations and he perverts them. So he's basically the father of all monsters. And this is just the story of how he becomes that. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. So supplemental is the origin of our big bad, but let's rewind here and get the actual story for the main book before we go that far. So how do we turn Frog G, world-renowned mod, into a comic book?
Well, in the book, Frog G isn't this Frog G. Correct. He's not like in the book. He's a mechanic, and he has a little tiff with his fiance at the time, and he's at his job. She's yelling at him because he's working when he's supposed to be not working. And he's working overtime to help get a ring because he wants to propose. And this old lady is interrupting them. She's like, where's my car? And he snaps at the old lady. And the old lady, this old hag, turns out to be a voodoo priestess. And she curses him because he's rude and crude. And his demeanor is that of a toad. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And so she curses him. And that's how he turns into a frog. She gets back at him for him being a kind of uptight and angry and just ill-mannered. So it's kind of like a classic fairy tale.
Yeah, you piss off a magical bean, they turn you into a frog.
Turn you into a frog. And that's
Time.
Still as old as time. But so that like Frog G here is not a big black dude, but
Wow.
at least that we know of.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
Oh no, he looks Latino to me on the page.
Yeah. So, but Frog, you do mechanical work, do you not, or have done?
I work in a maintenance shop.
There you go. See, so we tied in a little bit of those themes of Frog's actualities into the book. So yeah.
And also him being a mechanic gives us a chance to have some magical artifacts, things to reveal in the future. So like all of his tools from being a mechanic get enchanted in the book, and they all do different things. So we get to have some fun with that.
Yeah.
So El Gargoyle, sorry to say, Frog G is not this big buff strapping man here.
I'm terribly sorry. Yeah.
Do you have the frog tattoo, Frog G?
Not yet.
I do not have the frog tattoo in that area yet.
Yet. There's still, we're not ruling anything out here. Yeah.
Could be a
We
future
haven't hit that funding goal yet.
We haven't hit that funding goal yet.
Face tattoo.
Mike Tyson over there.
Mrs. Frog might have something to say about that, but
She may indeed. It'd have to be a pretty good funding goal.
so this is him after he wakes up and looks in the mirror in the bathroom, and he's like, "Holy crap, I'm a frog!"
Yeah,
Like, because he at first, like, whatever, you're crazy, old lady, like, you're just saying words because it's voodoo. Nobody believes in voodoo, and he wakes up like, "Oh, I guess I should have believed in voodoo."
What's up, Frankie?
Yeah, it looks good.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
He doesn't have a lot of money, as you can tell by the cockroach crawling on the wall below. He lives in not a very good apartment.
Yeah, it's just
that's like, see, this is
Roach
another way.
making
It's
sense.
roach balls, but like this is like a good example of how Ink Spots and I work really well together, because I get pretty messy whenever if I'm using pen and ink. I get very messy. Sometimes ink spots happen whenever I'm working, and so I just sometimes I forget to get rid of them, or they actually do fit in with the piece. But there's like a big ink block like right where that cockroach was, so Ink Spots is like, you know what, cockroach, and he just put a cockroach over top of it.
Cover
So
that
yeah.
Frankie.
Yo, what's up, Frankie?
Hey,
Good to see
Frankie.
you. Nice to see
Oh, it's
Frankie
good to
around.
see you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So yeah, and then he races to, because he's a mechanic. He has her address because he's supposed to fix her truck, and so he's like, oh, that old lady turned me into Froggy. So he's racing to her cabin to confront her and be like, change me back. But so yeah, I love that Volkswagen panel that Ink Spots has there.
There's a bunny right there. If you can barely see the pink bunny underneath the
corner.
Yeah, that's what I love. He goes all out. He does what I like to do, where like or what I want to do. We're putting in like weird things and just making it a fun, because it's a comic book, making it fun. I like that kind of stuff.
Also, we get to try different things. Like I used I didn't use Photoshop to color this. I used like a watercolor simulation program, and so you get to experiment with a lot of different styles. Since it's your own book, I'm not really. Someone's not paying me to color their book in a traditional comic book style, so I get to be more creative, do different things that I, just kind of go by feel. What do I feel like it should look like? So.
Yeah, and since I'm not drawing it in a typical comic, like, X-Men looking type format, it's I could stretch and could play with things, and it gives, and Ink Spots, then it correlates, because if this were like a traditionally like looking like classical style of an illustration, this style of coloring maybe wouldn't fly as much, but since it's wonkier, we can get away with what we're getting away with, and it just comes together nicely.
I do just like the style and the and everything, and it looks so good.
Thanks,
and the energy going on with it. Like I'll scroll down here real quick. Like this piece here with her shooting the stuff out of the little wand she's got. Like that's cool looking.
Yeah, that was a fun page. That's a 2-page spread. There's like 2 panels. That's the top panel that goes across the page. That was a lot of fun I don't want to overdo it, like, because I will. If it's just me on the project, like, I'll go all out. But like I said, I don't want to put in too much, because at that point, then Ink is just coloring my stuff, and he's not contributing, not doing what he wants. So I leave plenty of room. But I had a lot of fun getting into that one, and then Ink Spots added so much more to it. It was cool.
Like it reminds me, like the stuff coming out of the wand here, the way it looks and the way this is colored and drawn, it reminds me so much. I used to get stuff from like, what is it, like the mid or late 90s, like indie stuff, like low level things. It was like some card games and stuff like that, and it reminds me so much of that style and art that was so different, and it looked interesting and stuff, and I don't really see that anymore.
That is one of the things we really wanted to do with this too. We wanted it to be like a true, like, this is an indie book. We're not trying to emulate any mainstream anything. It's like this is like 100% indie. So
yeah, and we all grew up on that '90s stuff, like the Silvestris, the McFarlanes, and stuff like that. But Inkspots and I also really grew up on the indie stuff and the underground stuff, and it just really it impacted how we do things today. And I had nothing bashing against those people that are influenced by like Silvestri or whoever or Finch and all them guys, because that stuff's gorgeous. I love it, and I back projects with that similar flavor. But this is '90s ish, but it's also not like it's like it. Like I said, I think also like my visual hindrance, plays into a good effect as to why it isn't as clean as what everybody else can do, which I do envy sometimes. But it's that I like underground, I like indie. It feels more organic. Yeah.
I mean, like Cerebus, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and then you just had all the different black and white, indie books from back in the day that I really enjoyed. All the Holo Hero stuff, when Cyberfrog was indie, when Creed was indie, and you had just all those books when they first came out, when they weren't selling 1 million copies. It was just a different vibe.
Yeah, there's a local artist. I think he's local, but anyway, Shakan the Forever Man. People tend to forget about that guy, and that was a cool book. It was by RAK Graphics. Great book and stuff like that. But even the Turtles, obviously, like old school Turtles stuff.
Yep.
Eastman and Laird, and so and obviously people usually do see it. But Sam Keith, for me, I mean, he's not mainstream, but even though he worked mainstream, so. It's just a lot of that indie grit we really love, and I think it pays off because our book stands out. Like if you put our book up with like a lot of like anybody else's, their stuff's great, and ours just pops because people get drawn to it because it just looks so out there and different, and it actually plays into our advantage. So, and it's done well. Like I could see if it was looking different and sucked, but it's good. So like it actually works.
Yeah, gosh, it's driving me nuts now. When I was younger, I went to like a yard sale or something, but ended up getting this like whole set of this trading card game, and it was from like the '90s, and I've never heard anybody ever speak of it, but the art reminds me of some of the art that was in that trading card game, and it was all about like insanity and this whole like setting that was kind of dystopian and all this other stuff. There was like aliens and then like crazy psychics and stuff. It was pretty cool, but that's what that blast reminds me of, like some of the crazy artwork that was in it.
Yeah, like even the blast itself, whenever I was drawing it, I'm like, I don't want a typical blast coming out of there. So I drew like little skulls and stuff, coming out of it. And then Inkspots, he added other weird crap going on, which is dope. So, yeah.
Style-wise, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That whole little creatures was really from like the old effects you would get, like the drawn on movie effects. So I was trying to get some kind of like the old '80s movies when they didn't have computer animation, they would just draw the little magic and stuff. So that's kind of what I was going for down there.
Yeah, and it came out nice. Yeah.
And B said, "You got the whole crew, Sugar." I know. I wasn't expecting it, man, to be.
Which is funny because we haven't had the whole crew on one stream in months. So,
True. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
That's why.
Not very often.
Look at that. The Morning Roast, bringing people together.
Yes.
We got
people and frogs alike.
Harley and Quinn. Hail.
Hey, what's going on here? Welcome. Like, share, subscribe, everybody.
Johnny's with us. Damn, y'all old.
What's going on, Johnny?
Not all of us are fresh-faced and babies like you, Johnny.
Yeah, and this page actually here is so far the only digitally drawn page in the whole book, because my eyes were going too haywire and I wasn't really getting the lines into the proper spaces that they were supposed to be. So it was going off of it, and I was getting so mad that I was like, screw it. I just jumped over to my computer and I inked it digitally. So this is the only. Everybody loves this page. I love it too, but this is the only digitally inked page so far. So, and Inkspot's killed it. Look at that rug. That all that stuff in the background and that big panel there, and it's awesome. But it's the only. But it flows. that's the thing. I can manage to get my style incorporated digitally as it looks traditionally. So I'm able to get away with it, and I can do it. But if you didn't know, you may not know. So
There you go. Yeah, inked digitally. There we go.
traditionally, I like
Yeah.
that.
We got the little never-ending story, luck dragon in there on the bottom, in the clouds.
Yeah, that's what I love. Like I said, he'll put
In
in
the
that weird
corner.
stuff. I love it. I'm like, did you put that? He has to tell me because I can't see it. But
Oh Lord, that's the best. The I'm drawing this book. I can't see what's going on in it, but I know it's
I
going.
can't see it. But
It's gonna be
but
I've done this sort of thing in other books too, but I can't tell you what I put in there. So there's a couple of like the bigger books that I worked on that I put
Yeah.
some naughty
I
things.
think you even counted them, and there was over 50 in the entire book.
You sound a little muffled, Sim.
Am I?
a little bit.
To me, yeah, a little bit. Oh yeah, Hojo. Hail,
Yo,
hail.
what's going on, Hojo?
Yeah, Hojo.
I think the only reason Hojo comes in is because he keeps getting backers when we're streaming.
Hey, it works,
Hojo
man.
comes in here and talks to us. Because the past few streams we've had, like we'll have another guest on and he'll be in the chat and it'll be like, "Oh, I backed Mythical."
That happened with us when we were on with Narwhal.
Yeah, we didn't sell any books.
We didn't sell any of the books, but we like sold books for other people. So
Yeah, very true.
It's like, well,
Hey.
we're helping somebody.
rising tide sinks all ships.
Yeah.
I like how I always misquote that and nobody catches it.
Well, I'm glad to see Pale Rider's coming in, even though he's being sassy to me lately.
What's up, Pale
Sugar,
Rider?
send the link to Mo Biggs. He can tell us what direction he'll be taking you in.
What's up, Miss Good Stuff?
Oh, Miss Good Stuff's in the chat. What's going on, Miss?
We had fun on their stream too.
Yeah.
And Pale Rider, you didn't even put out a promotion link. What are you doing?
Hmm.
He told you he doesn't own you anymore. Mo does.
I don't want to hear that crap. He's got a job to do.
Mm.
Promotion.
Clock in, sir. I
There you
woke
go.
up.
The red
He's
just
sassy.
so just
I didn't sing
snap the
like
fingers.
yesterday, and I didn't agree to that.
Hmm. Yeah, make sure you punch your clock and get to work. Yeah.
Oh, man, the bee's working. Hope it's gone easy for you.
You know, maybe you'll listen more if you did that snapping finger thing while you said it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in a bit. Well, I mean, yeah, in my chats because I stream late.
All right. I think Pale Rider's going on strike. If I sing the Like a Virgin, Pale Rider, will you get back to normal? Will you quit this drama?
Hmm. How many bars of it do you sing?
I don't know. I don't know the lyrics to it.
You should never bring your breakups to
You don't know the
that.
lyrics to it? Who doesn't know
No.
the lyrics to Like a Virgin? Even people who don't listen to it know the lyrics.
I only know the lyrics to Like a Surgeon from
Well,
Weird Al. That's it.
it's close enough, I think, then.
Oh, look, here he goes. See, that's Mo Big's problem now. Here we go again. Mo, Pale Rider, Mo can't promote nothing. You don't even have Twitter.
And he answered, he goes, possibly? If you sang the song, possibly?
I don't deal with these
Poss-
maybes, Pale Rider.
I don't deal in maybes and
We
possibilities.
all
I
only
deal
deal
in
in
certainties.
absolutes.
I only deal in absolutes. Hmm.
This is a fun cover. I mean, it's got this could be like a all ages kind of like cover,
Well, Frog G is all ages, but this was actually pretty cool because we wanted Bar to do some. We hired him to draw the supplemental cover, but he didn't even give us like any choices. Pretty much, like he drew one and sent it to us, and it wasn't like hey, what do you? He's like just like, hey, here, what do you guys think of this?
Here it is.
And we're like, yes. Like it was just.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it, dude, because it's dope. Like, we didn't even be like, hey, can you do this or that? It was just, Bar, that's the thing when I love about hiring Bar. I've worked with Bar a few times. When you hire Bar, you're going to get quality. You're going to get something cool, and you can trust him wholeheartedly with, like, just go hog wild. and just be like, dude, use your creativity and let it fly, and you will get an amazing piece if you work with Barr. He's a talent, and then obviously Yaki he even tried some different coloring techniques with this book, with this cover, because of the way it was drawn. So, like you said, we got a
Yeah,
lot of
there
heavy
were-
hitters on this campaign.
They
Go
work
ahead.
really. I was gonna say those two work really well together, like Jason and I do. So I could have colored this, but then the style of it wasn't really the style that my kind of colors look great on. And then Yaki just knocked it out of the park, and I'm so glad that we had him do it instead of me tackling the colors on it. So
Yeah, and we wanted him to do it in grayscale, actually. We were like, Yaki, can you do, because Matt Barr met Yaki, worked on Absolute 2. They did a trifold trading card. And Yaki used digitally, did gray tones or gray wash over it, ink wash over it, and they turned out beautiful. And I wanted that similar flavor with this, because the supplemental itself is in black and white. So we were like, the cover black and white, cool. And then once we saw the line art for this, though, Yaki, he even said, he's like, hey man, can I just color it, because I want to, I got some new stuff I want to try. And once we saw the line art, we're like, yeah, dude, this would look a lot better in color. It just would. So this initially was going to be black and white, but due to the way it just came to fruition, Frog G, the book, just everything is happenstance almost.
It is.
It's organic.
It's organic, dude.
Pretty much so, yeah.
It's a living, breathing entity, much like a frog.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Shadowhawk.
Hail
Hail.
Shadowhawk.
Hail Shadowhawk.
Always glad to see you. Always good to see the regulars in the chat. Always
Yeah,
glad to
man.
see it. That's one of the main reasons why I do this, so I can get to talk to people.
Yeah, and then they also can share it out. Maybe they have new followers, and yeah, and they can like it.
Yeah, I
And
always
share it.
appreciate when folks
Subscribe.
share out the streams.
Yeah.
Like we like to say, don't forget to sub, like, and share.
Like
Sharing is
share.
caring.
Share all of it. So yeah, but like you said, it's an all ages. It is an all ages book. So like see you saying this could be like an all ages cover. It's good. Yeah.
And that's our big bad. I take it there in the background. It's Skullfeet.
yep, Sir Noon.
Yes.
He looks suitably
that
badass.
he took a couple attempts. Ink drew him, and he's like, "What do you think of this?" I'm like, "He's cool," and he wanted me to draw him, and I kept drawing him wrong. So he kept yelling
But
at me.
that makes the look though. So I'll have an idea, and then he'll draw the way, whatever he draws, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's how he's supposed to look. So that's the guy. So we did that on the supplemental too, because I had basically the supplemental is all about gods, and we're just cramming all different types of religion and stuff together, and so we may have Santa Claus and Satan in it, and so he drew pretty much Satan, who we call Morning Star, and then the way he drew him, I'm like, it looks so cool that all right, he's actually going to be the main bad guy in the whole supplemental, the guy behind the whole plot. So I'll go off of what he does, and he'll go off what I do. So it's good to it's a real collaboration on everything.
So
Like,
is my audio back?
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go, dude. You
Yeah.
sound good now.
Yeah,
dude.
there you go. Yeah, you sound clear now.
Yeah, for some reason they kind of switched it to my camera too, just
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like I was fine
Yeah.
before, and then it
Streamyard's
switched it to
so
my
wonky, man. So
Well, that's
wonky.
like before we started to stream. I was like, oh, I forgot to plug in this, blue snowball thing that my brother got me. So I plugged it in, and Jason's saying that my audio sounds better with it unplugged.
Yeah, Frog and I were saying
So
something.
I was like,
Yeah.
this thing's pretty cool.
the thing with Yetis, it's no matter which one it is. The snowball one, there's a setting that you need to have it placed and facing towards you, because usually you can place it from the front receptive, the top, depending on how you place it on the stand. So the little thing in the back. So it's a setting thing for the Yeti. But once you're gonna have it set up, it's definitely gonna be sounding better than your
Oh my gosh,
cam.
I don't know all
Yeah.
this stuff.
I'll help you, dude.
It's crazy technology.
It's not the end of the world asking for help, sugar.
I'm fine.
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm blind. I constantly ask for help. I'm like, help me see these things. I can't feel the screen. Yeah. It's not Braille. The screen isn't Braille.
Let's see.
But yeah, like,
As an
oh, go ahead.
anagram of thing.
Yeah. I mean, to me, all that
Coincidence?
stuff, it's all fairy tales. And so I like folklore and then religious themes and all that. To me, it's all,
Yeah,
I think you can smush all that together without trying to be like push an agenda or something. Just actually go off what their core characteristics are. And then you can make a character out of them. And it doesn't have to be like you're trying to push religion. You're not really trying to say anything by it. You're just trying to make a good comic book.
they're just there. They're just
Yeah.
characters. Like you're not saying you have to believe in this mythos, but you're saying this character is the character in the book. Like it's
Yeah.
it's a fun way to go about
It's
it.
our interpretation of it.
Mhm.
So, like, we have death in there, but death doesn't look like any death you've ever seen before. Something different. So,
I would hope not. If so, we're very unoriginal. But no, and that like Ink was saying, like with the Morning Star character, and once again, happenstance and accident, because the reason why he looks like that is because I really couldn't see Ink's pencils all that well, so I just inked something that I thought would look cool, and it just accidentally comes to fruition, and so a lot of it is just going with the flow and having fun. We're having fun with it. Like, I don't know, like there's a lot of books where like I need to have this structure, it needs to be in this format, this has to follow get the Bible written, then get the script written, and that might be fun for people, I guess. I don't know, it seems very technical to me. And although we do techniques and technical stuff, we have a lot more fun with this because we'll be in Discord plotting it out, and we'll be like, yeah, dude, that'd be dope if we did that. Like, we get excited. So
yeah, and we're both guys that actually buy comic books, actually go to the comic book store, buying back issues. And so we are like real comic book fans. We, we collect.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, what we like.
doing this for a little bit.
So Jason, you're like the Bob Ross of our comic circle. You're having happy little accidents over there.
Oh, dude, it's constant, man. Like I'll whenever you'll see people see me draw live, like pen and ink nibs, and do like free flow stuff, and I'll be drawing, and like it's happened on stream. I've heard Michael T. He's be like, dude, you know that there's a big line that just went down the page, like it dripped down. I'm like, okay, and so I just got to incorporate it into the piece because I didn't see it happen. So yeah, so it's quite constant, but I can control that too because if I work with microns, obviously that won't happen. But even digitally, it's not a mistake. Like I just couldn't see InkSpots' lines, like no matter what I did, and so but he knows that I can, I won't mess it up. And if I even have trouble, I will hit him up. Be like, dude, what if this is supposed to look a specific way? I might be like, hey, what is this supposed to look like? But usually I just go off the fly and be like even the little pterodactyl dragon guy, like I improvised a little bit with that, but not much. That's pretty true to form. But it's fun. I love inking his stuff, man. He's a very talented penciler.
What's everybody saying here? We got people are saying a lot better sim. Since it doesn't work because that's not a mic, it's a gag ball.
I told you to get the Yeti.
Well, I didn't get anything. My brother bought this for me.
Yeah,
That was nice. I actually have
Logan
that.
bought mine for me, and he bought the right one.
He bought the right one.
Not the left one?
Well, I
Just the
didn't,
right one.
Just the right one.
I didn't tell him to buy this one. I didn't want anybody to buy me nothing.
Sugar has the
I-
left one.
I think the Critical Drinker uses a snowball microphone. So if you can get it to work, it'll work.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I guess I just got to fiddle around with it, see what.
Yeah,
all-
just mess with it too.
Yeah, just mess
just
around
play
with that
with
ball. It's weird.
Just mess around.
Yeah.
Mess around with the ball.
Just play with my ball.
Play with it. Cup it. Caress it. Like
Man, I did read Sim. I did read that Moonshine book, that volume 1 of it.
How'd you like it?
It was all right.
I thought it was an interesting take of
Yeah.
that type of story and having how they dealt with the werewolf thing, and especially the ending. Like you don't want to ruin it, though.
Yeah, like I liked the concept.
Yeah.
And Of course, it's always nice to see something set in West Virginia. That's a rarity.
And
Of course,
it's
it's always just backwoods, like
and it feels
hillbillies, but-
and it feels cool. Like it's original. It's not something that you're used of seeing, and it was a nice take on it. Like it's not like hoo-ha, but it's a pretty good read. It's but I think
Like,
it's Azzarello and Riso, and it's come on. You sure if you have Azzarello and Riso in a book, it's gonna be good.
I'd have to. There was positives and negatives with it.
You know,
Come on.
bootlegging moonshine with werewolves. It's pretty
Nice.
interesting. Yeah.
There's problems with almost anything. And
Yeah.
pros and cons with
Balls.
everything.
Just jangle them around.
That's right. Clank 'em
Look for-
together.
Go dig the instructions out of the trash and actually read them. Well, I'd have to go to like the junkyard to find them. By now.
Since he can't read, since he doesn't read those comics on the side, maybe you could just go on YouTube and watch on how to set it up video.
Yeah, maybe I'd have to Google. Yeah, I'll go watch a YouTube video on that.
That's what I do.
I'll make one just for you. Kidding.
There we go.
Mm.
There's a-
That's the Irene Strakowski cover, colored by Billy Basco. Yeah. And that's going to be as is. It's a Virgin cover. So there's going to be no trade on that one.
Yeah.
It's getting swarmed by cuddly demons.
Yeah, those are the
that's
little
the-
rackets.
Irene's take, yeah.
Yeah, it came out fantastic. This is what I love. I posted it on Facebook, be like, and I even tagged her. I'm like, drawn by the great Irene Strakowski, colors by Billy Basco. So like, I give people the credit they get because I didn't do it, obviously, and I love it because I'll get the comments. Jason, this looks great. You did wonderfully. I'm like,
Do you
no,
know any of my art at all?
I'm like, first off, this looks nothing like what I do.
Don't look
Second of
nothing
all, I tagged the people that did it. It's like. So yeah, I mean they mean well and they're trying to be nice, but it's like man,
People don't
it hurts
read
when you're an
those.
artist and somebody else is saying whenever
Well,
that
people
happens.
get credit for my colors all the time.
All the time,
All
or
the
you just
time.
don't get credit at all.
Or no
So
credit
yeah.
Like, Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's one campaign where I got this little sketch. I mean, it was hardly anything, and I did like a 40-hour painting over the top. But then in the campaign, it just says, by the guy that did the sketch. It's like, dude, that guy spent like 10 minutes on a sketch, and I spent 40 hours on the cover. I get no credit for it. Like,
Yeah, and Billy just killed it with the colors on this because so colorists do a lot of work and people don't give them usually the credit they deserve because in comics people do pay attention more to like the line guy. They just do. It's natural, and I don't know why, because I mean I color stuff too. Like I colored like my posters and stuff like that, my trading cards. It takes me more time to do that than it does to draw the thing. So I'm like, man, colors really do get the short end of the stick. So yeah, but yeah, this is.
Sometimes I'll make a comment. I'll be like, yeah, I really love how the penciler drew that immaculate leather texture on there. He did a great job, and the way that the penciler got the warm and cool light correct, the penciler really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, they get the short end of it. But this is a great cover though. She killed it. I love the forced perspective and stuff like that. So she brought her own little flavor to Frog G. She does monsters really well. That's another reason why we wanted her to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she's a friend. So why not? Why not get our friends to work on a book? Go ahead, Frog. I keep talking over you. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely get our friends to do that because we have a lot of really talented friends. So
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a lot more of them on book 2. That I still have a ton of people to hit up, and we have artwork that we actually commissioned for the first book that we didn't have a chance to use either. So
yeah, we have stuff for
we
the
have a
second
lot of
campaign.
stuff.
Yeah, and then we're also hoping to tap new people that nobody else really has. So hoping we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
we got a
but-
short list of. I don't think a lot of them are people that anybody. They're like not hugely mainstream, but if you know them, you know who they are, and they're just really
good.
great artists.
Really good. And funny thing was, like with Frog G in the book, especially anyway, When I first drew the, like, if you look at the trading card, it's actually a different character, and most people don't pick up on it. In the card, he has, including the thumb, he has 3 fingers. But I messed up when I was drawing the comic, and I gave him 4 fingers, and I didn't even realize it. So, like, even Shelby's trading card in this campaign has 3 fingers because he went off of the initial reference.
Mhm.
So, like, there's no wrong, like, that's not wrong. It's just, I accidentally drew him differently in the book. So Irene, even whenever she was drawing it, she messaged me, and she's like, does he have 2 fingers or 3? I'm like, you talking about with the thumb? Like, this is text message back and forth, so it's taking like hours to get this communication across.
4 hours.
Yeah, so I'm like, she's like, yeah, with the thumb. So she's like yelling at me, but I'm like, she's like, hurry up, I'm drawing it now. Like it's 4. Yeah, so it was pretty funny. So yeah, she kind of had that those fingers in there, and she had to redraw like the thing. And this piece was done digital / traditionally, so she did it actually. So this cover sold. Yeah, somebody bought this.
Oh, okay. So they
Yeah.
already got the original art.
Yeah.
I think Froggy's going to win just because of his immaculate facial hair.
That's
Even as a
right.
frog.
Agreed. Yeah.
That was all Frog, man, because yeah, that's his idea. When he's like, yeah, I want a frog and goatee and mustache, I'm like, okay, frogs usually don't have that, but
Whatever. Figure this out.
whatever, dude. You paid for it.
That's right. It's his money. Oh, we got Boob Dan.
See, that's why I love Plagal, man. You know, and it's not just because of the big boobs, but his gray tones. Oh, it's so good, man. Plagal's a monster.
Just a bunch of
So talented, and we wanted full on Dan Plagal. So he initially was going to draw a different character, but Hockey ended up doing a trading card with a similar pose.
There used to be a large snake-like creature in this image that Plagal added. That we had
Yes,
to have
this
him,
is an all
take
ages
out.
book. Yeah, we had there was a dominantly
No, Plagal,
long snake in this image
Eel
somewhere.
snake
Yeah.
type.
So, but we're like, I was hanging out with Plagal on Discord, and he's like drawing all this stuff. I'm like, no, Dan, it's all ages. He's like, yeah, we can just do it. It's fine. I'm like, no, Plagal, all ages, man.
Yeah, it's fine. It has veins, Plagal. Get rid of it.
It's veiny,
Exceptionally
Dan.
girthy.
It is throbbing.
Yeah, it's girthy. Yeah, it's like it's not the way that all ages, Dan. So, yeah, and obviously, yeah, he's playing around. That's why I love Plagal. Got a great sense of humor. So, also, but and then we were Discord again. I don't know if Ink was there whenever we were talking about this, but and he was drawing this, and we were watching Shelby at the time. And he's like, so Plagal's like drawing. He's like, I'm gonna put Ragetality over here. I'm like, you can't do that, dude. I'm like, that's not our character. And he's like, oh, Shelby now. And so Shelby was live, and so he DM'd him. He didn't ask him in chat, but so during the live stream, Shelby even hit him back. He's like, yeah, man, go ahead, put Ragetality in there. So you can see Ragetality's head
In the corner. Yeah.
up in the corner over there. I'm pointing at it right there. But yeah, so it's a little CG lore in this book too, in this cover. But it, like, I know Plagal does the busty thing, and to me that's not really gratuitous. Like, that's just how women are busty sometimes. But he killed it with this. Ink, tell them about this character.
Oh yeah, that's the Baba Gaga, and I guess we say it wrong, but that's what it is. So
That's how we say it. Deal with it. Yeah.
So
Baba
she's
Yaga?
basically
Yeah. See, everybody does that. No, we say Baba Gaga. Fun.
I like it better. So she's a headless witch, and what she does is she takes the heads of her fallen foes, and she wears them like fashion accessories. So these are all the foes that fell, monster and human or whatever. And she can interchange the heads like she would clothes, as any woman does. She has an extensive wardrobe. And so, yeah, that's what she does. She preserves the heads and uses them as fashion accessories. And Jason drew this little mouth cup on her throat where she kind of clamps onto the heads. And then also a cool part that Jason added was she's not only missing her head, but when she died, she also lost a leg. And so now her prosthetic leg is her magic wand.
Yeah.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah, I was
And it's-
going to ask about that little ball there.
Yeah,
The
that's her
ball.
wand, dude. Yeah, it's her leg.
So the action in the
Yeah.
book is going to be pretty crazy because he's going to have to make her kicking or something. to shoot
Kicking
magic
the glass
across
out of her magic. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah, I was like,
She's got a little slit like on the side of her dress for this dress, and so the leg can actually come out. And yeah, and Plague's a beast because I don't like I drew a concept of this, but it's just line like an outline line, like it's not cross hatched, it's not detailed fully or anything. And I just sent him that initial outline, and he came up with this. So I was like, dude, you're too good, man. So yeah, that's a great piece, and this is his cover. This is his variant cover. So yeah, came out beautiful.
It's wild because like it's basically like, how did we get this book together? We just brainstormed a lot and came up with some crazy ideas and
Yeah,
threw it in
pretty
there.
much.
Yeah, Ink did a lot of research on folklore, mythos, and different cultures and characters.
Yeah,
and,
we have
he
some
developed
Native
it, yeah.
American stuff in there. Like our
Yeah.
death is based on like a Native American kind of folklore about their death kind of character, and so we just added everything, smushed it together, intertwined it, and just on some stuff, just whatever looks cool is what we did. So
Rule of cool.
And sometimes that's you know the brainstorming and the other stuff. It's sometimes how you get some of the best writing in a way because like I think about like Morrowind and how like Elder Scrolls Morrowind, how its writing came about was basically just a dude going and isolating himself in like his house for like a month and just doing a shit ton of acid and stuff. It came up with this crazy stuff.
I've never
mean,
done acid.
Sounds
Surprisingly.
fun, but yeah,
That sounds fun.
my day job won't let me.
Yeah.
Like
I
I was
brain bleeding.
I was watching because I remember I think it was Todd Howard or one of them was telling a story about it, or one of these guys was telling the story about it and said that like they hadn't heard a lot from him and they went from it and he was like in his underwear like strung out or something. On the
I never
floor.
heard of that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Something crazy when they found
Hey,
him. And he
Gets
had this
it.
big
Gets
old
the job done, man. Yeah. You start tripping and you get on a different level, different playing field.
I was like, oh,
For a month straight, though, is a bit much, but
it was some length of time that he went and like kind of just did this and he did a bunch of like wild drugs or something. And I'm like, Jesus, like I wouldn't do all that to get the story, but at the same time, like it's a great story though. I will give him that.
there you go.
Morrowind was a great world, like a great world building thing.
Was it?
Oh my gosh. Pale Rider, gosh dang it. Is it just me? I don't hear anything. He's being so sassy today. Have you had anything
He's
to
waiting
drink
for you to
this morning?
sing.
He probably ain't had nothing to drink this morning. That's probably what it is.
You told him that if you would sing,
Yeah.
you ask him, if I sing, are you gonna go back to how you were? He has. You haven't sung.
Well, he didn't
You
say
haven't
he
sung.
would go back to the way he was. He said possibly.
Hello, we were.
Oh, we got Area of Blackness with us. Hey, oh, hey,
Oh, what's
Hey,
going
Larry.
on in area?
yes.
Good to see
Man
you.
with the majestic hair. Yes.
Mm.
Oh, B.A. Turner. Hey, oh, hey, oh. I seen
Hail
him-
BA.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Seen him on Twitter.
Pardon my heater. I'm getting cold.
FYI, acid doesn't show up in drug tests. Just
Good to know.
there's a little fun fact out there.
I was wanting to try microdosing with shrooms. I haven't done that. Let's give that a go, Ink. Let's do that. Ink, when we meet up to do fulfillment, we're gonna do shrooms. And,
So another interesting thing on the supplemental is we kind of swapped the way we work because on the main book, Jason is working traditional and I'm working digital. And then on the supplemental, I'm working traditional and Jason's inking digital. So
Yeah.
we swapped it up too.
I could ink it traditionally, and just like possibly blue line it and knock it out. And it's hard for me to see blue line, but you can still knock out almost anything if you do it right. So, but it creates. I ink a lot of absolute digitally, so I know how to go about doing it. And it's a little faster too in a way, but I can also get in that nitty gritty closeness, and so yeah, and I could see ink stuff. And like I said, very talented penciler, and people don't realize that he is. Like they think he's hashtag just a colorist, but
Yeah.
he's a full on artist. So yeah, and this is some of the samples of our prelims that we did. That's like I don't usually do concept art and stuff. We did a lot with this. We did a lot of pre-promotion. Like Frog was promoting this. We were promoting this like months before it even launched.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
almost a year.
It started with teaser videos.
Mhm.
Just
Operation Wrench. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a wicked looking unicorn demon man there.
That's that's Sarnunos. That's the
Before
base.
his face burns off. So yeah, there's
Handsome.
that's
No,
him before. That's what he looked like.
Before and after there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That piece with all the skulls on it. That was fun to do. Oh, the painting. Yeah, tell them about the
Yeah,
painting.
look at that painting.
Yeah, that's one of the perks. So I learned how to do acrylic painting, and so we have a tier where you can get an acrylic painting. I believe it's 9x12 acrylic
Mhm.
painting on canvas board, and you can watch it being painted live. If all these are going to be painted live on YouTube, so you can see the complete creation of it. So, and that's in like the biggest tier because those are going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they come out pretty cool. So.
yeah, it'll be worth it if you get that big tier. Because I mean,
Mhm.
these are all individual.
This one's already sold. Someone has this one already. So.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, and the big tier is also
Good.
subscriptions. Yeah, this is dope. And this is the only time he's doing Frog G, the character Frog G, I should say. The next campaign, he'll be painting a bust of a different character.
And they're also signed and numbered, so there's only going to be a limited number of them. And
Yeah, so if you-
yep, that's it.
Yeah, so if you want a painting of Frog G by Inkspots, this is the only way to get it.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
This is some of the line art and like it's a good way to like if you want to do it. Like I'm not saying to do it, but like you can go back and forth with the colored pages that we have up to this and like see what we were doing and how Inkspots and I work together. There's also the page that we don't have on here where she's turning into the more attractive voodoo priestess. So that's her coming unraveled like in a Mum-Ra type fashion in a way. Mum-Ra. The ever living. That's the cover, just the line art. That's what it looked like. Yeah. That was a lot of fun to do. And McFarlane is another influence that kind of shows there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like that one. That was originally going to be a wallpaper. And then I was like, nah, that's the cover.
We were fine with it. I was fine with it. Like it looks dope.
Depends if you really put your heart. Oh my gosh, Pale Rider.
That's right.
Frankie says the only shrooms I do are shiitake and portobello sauteed with onion.
I've never done shrooms. I'm not a fan of mushrooms on my pizza.
I don't like mushrooms.
I only like mushrooms. Cooked mushrooms, I only like on pizza. Pepperoni pizza, that's
it's
it.
too slimy, man. It's like slugs. Yeah, and then there you go. You have this is, or I should say, the line art to the all foil trading card that people get if they back a secret perk. You get this all foil trading card and the homage to Hulk. I can't remember what number, but by Tom McFarlane. So
and most these are printed up already. They look really rad. Most of the stuff you get with the book is already printed up, so you already have it. Jason's got it. He can show it if he can find it.
If I can find it, dude.
Oh, there's the double page spread right there. So
yeah, there's
see
the
that?
line art for the double page. Yeah.
So that's that top panel, and that's over 2 pages before it was colored. So
Yeah, that looks good. I like that.
Yeah, it was fun to do.
That's a nice. I like that spread. That's cool.
Yeah. So, like I said, you can look at the colored version, and go back and be like, oh, I see what Ink does there and how he contributes. I see what Jason did there, and so it's cool. One thing I really would love to do, and it might be further down the road, obviously, but like do a artist edition, so to speak, where there's like it wouldn't be every page, but where you could see my line art and then the page next to it, Ink's colored work, so you can you know, an 11x17, that would be really cool. You know, you get to see all the nuances that go in with what we do, because you see how we're having fun doing this. Yeah.
Yep.
There's the beanie.
Beanie. Yep. Punchy beanie.
And this is a sticker that came with it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the chibi sticker. My desk is a mess. Otherwise, I would show these in real life. They're buried underneath a lot of pens. So, yeah. But yeah, that's the chibi sticker. That was another one that came off by accident. I can always tell that story if you want.
The stretch goal. Unlock 2 trading cards. It's like Plague-O and who's the other?
Hockey.
Oh, it's hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hockey.
You could see a colored version further down.
Yeah, when you scroll down a little more.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Hockey's got his own campaign pre-launch right now. Curiosities and Oddities, Emporium, and you'll like this, The Dress.
Yeah, I've seen that. It was involving a dress there.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody go sign up for Hockey's campaign.
Yeah.
And then a 6 a.m. sticker, of course, and then there's that Shelby Robertson trading card colored by Yvonne Pinata from Fiendish. So,
Good old Yvonne.
yeah. So, like I said, we got top talent on this campaign.
And then we have our hockey window cling.
That's so good.
It's
Yes.
so awesome.
Yes.
I really want to show that. Where is it?
Yeah, so you could have the Frog G on your back of your car window waving at the car behind you.
Yeah. I can't find it.
And then there's the chibi sticker, and we have, this was supposed to be the original cover. Instead it was a wallpaper, and now it is a bookmark as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Finding everything but the things that I want.
And there's that
And
hockey,
here's the hockey piece.
Yeah, look at
came out
that.
really cool.
So good.
Getting ready to do a spell.
There's also a trading card by Luke Alietta.
Yes.
Uh,
And you'll see that one. Is that, I think I put that
it's
one.
in the updates.
Oh, it's in updates. Okay.
Yeah, excuse me. Like I said, the desk is a mess, dude.
Piscali says a guy in Northern California ate shrooms with a friend, had a wicked bad trip, ate his friend's heart, and is now in prison. Don't do shrooms. Holy cow.
That sounds like a perfect reason to do them. You're selling me on them, my friend. Here's the,
That sounds like, what was it? There's people who did that, what was it called? Bath salts or something? Where they'd act
oh,
like
well,
zombies?
dude, yeah, bath salts are not something you should do at
Eat
all.
your buddy's toes.
Oh my god.
Here's the Plague-O card. Oh, here's the all foil Frog G one.
Yeah, if you want to make him big, you can see some of the.
All right.
With just the one I found this.
Oh, yeah. And then show the chibi sticker again.
Okay, I can show the chibi sticker because I found that.
And there was a chibi sticker. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And we do have a 6 a.m. sticker too. And
Yeah, that's
we have a
buried
lot
in
of
here
stuff.
somewhere. I'm sorry, my desk
So much
is just
good
a
stuff.
terrible mess. We got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of things for everybody here. I'm sure you'll find something in this campaign you'll like.
It is all ages.
It is all ages.
And it says, Paris says we used to walk up and down Bourbon Street drinking shroom juice. Good time. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've done none of these things. I have no interest in all that
Dude, that was
stuff.
mainly just alcohol, so I get it. Your friend just yeah.
I don't have any crazy stories, I guess, to tell.
You're fine. And then there's that damn Plague-O card colored by the great ink spots.
I like the different take that he took on Frog G. So
And then this kind of actually incorporated in the book too, because he's got that crazy handlebar big. I'm actually like, you know what? I'm gonna put that in there every now and then. So I do. Why not? We can get away with it. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the way he's holding that screwdriver.
Talk about nothing wrong with that. It's all ages.
listen, Plague-O would never imply anything.
Never imply anything. Plague-O is he's a kid. He's a giant kid. He's a 6
He
foot
knows
kid.
this is an all ages book,
He
and
all
university
ages.
will just break us. He would never do that.
Never do it.
That woman's. I don't understand how she's so cold when he's got a flaming screwdriver right in front of him.
Well, she's just not that close to the flames.
That's just a marshmallow.
No, this is proving that Frog G is a gentleman. She was cold. He got a fire going. See?
And
That's
that's
right, that's
another
Yeah.
another
True
thing
hero.
with his tools that have the different powers. So.
Yeah. Because we don't even fully know what his tools do.
We haven't
yet,
even
so-
decided what his
We haven't
tools are going to
decided.
be yet. But he has some, and they do different things.
They do things. They
Yes.
do things. Yeah. We'll work that out.
So many things here for folks to get into. Whoever says, I've had so many tabs of acid in my mouth, it looked like I was dipping tobacco. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Wow.
That doesn't sound healthy.
And this was going to be the original cover before.
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
the original cover.
And then we changed it. And,
Yeah, because that's now the bookmark.
the bookmark, yeah.
Yeah, which there it is. Yeah, that's now the bookmark.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it turned out nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Esco says, don't get me wrong, I've done shrooms on several occasions, but my friends were heartless before I started.
Fair enough.
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Can't eat what isn't there.
So how many pages is it total?
It's a 48-page fully color epic fairy tale fantasy adventure.
Oh,
And
okay.
a 24-page black and white supplemental with a full color cover.
Okay.
Well, that's because also with 48 pages, once the whole thing is done, we could break it up into issues and then, put it out through Alterna, Dark Horse Image, whoever will have us,
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, we're going to try to put the floppies out when it's all done. When
Yeah.
all 3 books are done.
Oh, Marinus is with us. Hey, Marinus.
hey, what's going
Hey,
What's going on with this thumbnail for the Irene variant?
on?
it's a placeholder.
Trying to censor it, I guess.
No, not at all, actually. Irene, in Irene fashion, was a little tipsy, so to speak, on a stream. And she was working out the layout for the cover, and the stream ended, and she was backstage and went a little bit more deeper down the rabbit hole with the alcohols. And she started just drawing in the weird rock imp guys with they're drawing fish in places, and just it was hysterical, man. We were having a great time, and she did the great mistake by sending me and Inkspots that image.
Looks good.
And yeah, we're using this now. And she hates that. She despises it, and it's there. So everybody did want us to use it, for something like a trading card or something, but we love Irene, and we can't do that to her. So we're just it's just it's just there.
Do it.
Funny thing was, for the longest time, that was the image of the cover in the campaign that you saw. So
We didn't have the finished one yet.
yeah, we didn't have the finished one yet. So because she's very busy, so she was working on it. But go ahead.
I gotta sing this stupid song to make him happy, or
You gotta please the chat,
I'll
man.
never hear the end of it.
Unfortunately, I need to hop out. So
Oh, you gotta go, Frog. All right,
I
man.
got-
Thanks for coming on,
Later,
man.
man.
Later, Fudgy.
Yep, later.
later, guys.
How does this song go? Gosh, damn it.
I could
What
sing
song?
it for you. He's like a virgin. He's gotta sing like a virgin. Do you have to put the dress on to sing it?
No, I don't have a dress. I
Yet?
seen one at the Goodwill. I did see one at the Goodwill.
Yeah, was it nice? Is it good?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Pretty?
even know if it would have fit me. I don't know.
Did you try it on? You should try it on.
I gotta go shopping for one. Unfortunately, one of these days. That's gonna be fun. I gotta go to the. Exactly. Yeah, Frog heard I gotta sing and said, "Nope, I'm out of here."
Yeah, he's out. He's like, yeah, I ain't putting up with that.
Smart
Yeah.
man.
I don't even know. He might have gotten home from work. No, he's off Friday nights, I think.
How does this song work?
But yeah. Everybody go like, share, and subscribe to this content if you're enjoying yourself. And make sure you check out Frog G currently on Indiegogo.
Yeah, and if you like Jason's artwork in this book, he is going to be, and if you missed it, the Absolute campaign, you didn't get either of those books, he is launching a collected edition
That's right.
with a brand new cover.
Color
colored
by
by
Inkspots.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
And you can get the whole story in that new collected edition. And
Put-
it- Yeah.
Plus a couple extra bonus content that some people haven't seen yet.
There you
So,
go.
well, you might have seen it, but I don't know.
All right, yeah, you guys don't have to stick around to hear this. If you don't want to, I understand. I'm trying to hear how this. I'm trying to think if I've ever actually heard "Like a Virgin" completely.
How have you never? How old are you? What do you mean you never
I
heard?
was
Like, what do you like?
last in my
the
class,
song.
barely passed at
You-
the institute.
I made
It's
Because
like
my
a surgeon.
patients died.
Yeah, I've heard like the
Oh,
main
they
part was like,
compare.
Dude, you go shopping. You go shopping. You're pretty sure of hearing that song at least once.
like I've always
He's
heard
singing
like,
like a surgeon.
I've always heard like the main like a virgin, but I don't think I
That's
don't
the
know if I've ever
song.
heard like the whole lyrics. She's like, I made it through the wilderness. It's like that's apparently how this goes.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
going.
pretty
What's
much.
wrong with you?
I'm trying to hear how she does like the rhythm of it.
What are you trying to get it spot on? It's not like it's got to be
Well,
like
yeah, if I gotta
a
sing it, I
full-on.
gotta sing it right?
You're not gonna sing it right. It's gonna sound terrible. Just start singing.
Did you see him sing "I Feel Like a Woman"? Or the
Like
the Barbie
a
girl
woman.
one? He was really into it.
I don't. Yeah.
Tell Ryder just posted you a link to the lyrics.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
a
he's
woman
trying to hear
was-
the actual song.
Dude, he was walking around with his phone. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
that's a
he was-
YouTube video right there.
Yeah, she's like, I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through. I don't know how it goes. Didn't know. See, God, I'm
Then
messing
she
it up.
says, I seen some black dudes and I was like, hey, do you want to screw?
Didn't know how lost I was until I found you. Like a virgin. I don't know. She's like, it says, I was beat incomplete. I'd been had.
At least sing the bridge. Everybody knows the bridge.
What, the main chorus line?
Yeah, the main chorus, like like a virgin touched for the very first
Yeah,
time.
it's like a virgin touched for the very first time. Like a virgin when your heart beats next to mine.
It's horrible.
I know, I hate it.
He was doing good in the beginning, but then he lost the beat.
Because I don't know how it goes. I'm guessing.
How do you not know how it goes? I don't get it. Like, that's everyone. Even I like metal music and I know this song. Like, I don't feel like I listened to it, but I know it from growing up.
There is no.
I've only ever heard that little part, like a virgin, and then that's really it. Like, I've never really heard any of the other.
You never seen the music video, man? She's like dressed up, like all nice looking.
No.
Oh wait, that's Material Girl. Remember?
Start over. I must start over. No, gosh, damn it. No, I'm done. This is too much. Embarrassing me. Killing me.
I would sing you a song on my ukulele, but then you'd have to take this stream down.
You'd have to private this stream. Froggies all ages, creators or not. Putting that out there.
I'm trying. Like, what was that other one? Material Girl. I've
Yeah,
seen
Material
the
Girl.
music
She's
video
hot.
for that
Material
one.
Girl.
Yeah, I've seen that music video, but
Yeah,
I don't think
she's
I've ever
nice in
seen
that
the
one.
Like a Virgin one.
I don't even think I don't know. I was thinking of the Material Girl one.
Yeah, where she's like all dressed up and
Yeah, she
walking
looks
around
nice.
all fancy. Yeah.
She looks nice.
Living in a material.
I prefer how she looks now.
Material girl.
Cheese ink.
Yeah, she looks like that surgery mishap in Escape from LA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
It kind of looks
You
like
remember
she's
that
been dead
nurse
for a
when
week.
she comes in? Like, she looks
Yeah.
exactly like her.
Yep. These specimens are no good.
And eventually she looked like, remember that actress? I just can't remember the name for the moment, but she's known for having butt surgery. She looks like her face inflated with the big lips.
Oh yeah, what is it, Versace?
Right? The name's just escaping me right now,
I
but
don't know.
everybody knows her.
Yeah.
Back for G.
Yeah.
Back for G.
Let's see, what's the other
Alex
lyric
says
about
hi.
here? It says,
Yellow.
Well, now can't sing in front of the kids.
Okay, she's gone now, so sing.
I don't believe you.
She just dropped in to say hi. She is not
No,
looking
I'll
at you
never-
sing.
I'll never hear the end of it as a kid. Can't look bad in front of the youngin.
Shriek.
Yeah, I knew it. I can hear her in the background, Sam.
Yeah, she popped her head back in.
They're gonna make fun of you anyway, man. Just go ahead and do it. They're kids. That's what they do.
Exactly like that. Sure, Frankie. Sure.
I've heard Sim sing. It's not.
So you don't want to hear her sing. I've heard him sing it.
Gonna give you all my love, boy. My fear is fading fast. Been saving it all for you, 'cause only love can last. I'm just making shit up. I don't know how it goes.
You got the lyrics, and
Yeah, I got I'm singing the lyrics, but I don't know the rhythm of it or anything.
What the?
I don't know. I don't know how. Like, to me, it's the biggest mystery ever. How no one.
Oh shit.
I don't listen to Madonna.
You don't have to listen to Madonna to know it. It's just like Sim said. You walk into a grocery store and it's playing. Like, you hear it.
They made
It's just they play it
elevator
at
music
restaurants.
out of it.
Like, it's not
Like,
an easy listening station now. I mean, everybody's heard that song.
I've probably heard the song. They've probably played it on the radio at night, and I've probably heard it a million times. But then they took it off the radio, and I've promptly then forgotten.
Sure,
I've probably
use
forgotten.
that as an excuse. Yeah.
Like, my memory's shit when it comes to some music.
Oh.
I don't know. What is the other lyrics
You
on
don't know
this?
the tempo. Like, it's easy.
Yeah, I don't know the tempo for any of this. Oh God, you're so funny in your mind. All right, I'm done now. I'm done singing this. I give up.
Give up. You sing some of it.
I'll have to sing. I'll have to listen to it or something. Figure it out. I don't. Why do?
Were you supposed to sing it on every stream? I mean,
Well, we had gotten backers on like the last stream, and I didn't sing it, so Pale Rider is upset with me.
wait a minute. You got backers on the last stream because you didn't sing, but this one you're singing.
Yeah,
You
thanks
see
a
what I'm
lot.
getting at? Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It's
No,
the other way.
no.
It's more the other way around, where
Yeah,
he
I
gets
got-
backing, then he sings.
Yes.
So right now he's singing a song on your stream without having any backing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, way to go. Awesome. Nobody even bothered backing Frog G. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
He's like, nobody's backing, so he's gonna sing
No,
this song.
just don't
trying to
back
sing
it.
and
Listen
then-
to listen to
You want
Sugar
him to
sing.
you want him to stop? Just go back to book.
I'll back it. I'll go back it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's supposed to be the deal. If we get a backer, I gotta either tell an embarrassing story or sing a song. So Pale Rider picked Like a Virgin, and I didn't sing it, so he got upset. And so I'm trying to
So
make
we
it
got to suffer the consequences for the last person's backing.
Yes.
well, yeah.
Thanks, Pale Rider. Appreciate that.
Blame Pale Rider.
I just did.
Good.
Well, that's new. Usually I get blamed for shit.
So you're getting a break today, Sam.
Yeah,
That's good.
Morning break. Yeah.
Except. Let's see.
Did you ever run the trailer?
Oh no, I didn't.
Animated by the great Pedro Ang with a voiceover by
Yeah.
death metal hero Luke Alietta.
I don't have Soul fussing at me about it, so no, I didn't.
I know. I'm doing his job.
Thank you.
I'll run it now.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog Gene, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
I like that animation.
Dude, Pater's awesome, man.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did a good job. Him pulling the wrench out of the backpack and stuff. That looks real nice.
Yeah, that could be a Saturday morning cartoon, man.
Man, why do I keep getting that dang robots thing on my recommendations? What is that? Was looking at Fund My Comic there, was it yesterday on we had Luke on, we were showing off his Fund My Comic crowdfunding site. And it plays like it has like animated thumbnails where it plays like your trailer in the thumbnail. But it shows like a recommendation for your YouTube channel. And it was just this robots movie showing up on everything. It's like, I don't even know what that movie is. Never watched
Sure
it.
you don't.
Robot?
Just own up to it. Just own up to it. Just say, I watch it. I watch it.
Talking about the Bollywood sci-fi movie with Robot?
No, I think it's some sort of animated one.
Okay, so you're talking about the 3D animated one. Good.
And well, I know it could have recommended worse things because it shows thumbnails, so it would have shown like, oh my gosh, yeah.
The one I'm talking about is the one that everybody at least seen a piece of the video. You see the guy grabbing like magnetically grabbing 57 M16, starts rattling up in a row and starts shooting at the cops. You've never seen that one?
No.
You see him with multiple copies of himself making a giant robot. Like it's called Robot. It's an Hindu movie, I think. Like one of those.
Cool.
Bollywood. But the thing is, the top ridiculous Bollywood movies.
Yeah, it's just fun to watch. Like even if you don't understand shit, it's just fun to watch.
Sounds
It's one of those
dope.
B-rated movie type of thing, you know?
Yeah, those can be pretty fun though. Yeah.
But, we've been going for an hour and a half. We should probably start to wrap it up.
Yeah, everybody pick up the book. Get that featured tier and get all the covers in the supplemental. It saves you money. There you go.
Check it out. That fancy animated film or blah, blah, blah. Gosh, now I'm stumbling on the words. Yes, trailer.
You're welcome.
Gosh dang it.
Do you want to just kick yourself? How about you just kick yourself? I'll run your stream.
I should. But take on Pale Rider with the Madonna music shit fucked me all up.
Yeah, that's the reason.
I'm blaming Pale Rider.
I'm not blaming Pale Rider on this one. Blaming you.
Fair enough.
And don't forget to still like and share.
Share.
Yes, and share out the Frog G campaign too while you're at
Everybody,
it.
and also go check out Inkspot's YouTube, my YouTube, our social medias, Twitters, stuff like that for fun stuff.
That's right. And
don't forget to go back to us on Anniversary too. And we're doing Doodle and Chill tonight with Phil Diaz doing I'm doing the sketch card for Lost Pages 3.
That hack.
Oh, nice.
And next weekend it's Mike Barron on Doodle and Chill.
Mike Barron, that hack.
let's see. And
That's it about everybody.
What has that guy ever done?
Never did any comics before.
Yeah, never
Boy,
done anything of quality or value.
never turned the light on.
Comic book writer, never heard of him.
McFarlane, never heard of the guy.
Never heard of the guy.
Jim who?
Lee? How common the name is that?
Is he related to Stan Lee?
Is he really? They're brothers. But they're brothers.
They're brothers from another mother, from what I heard.
Identical brothers, just the same.
So we'll be back on Monday. Well, I will be. And I'm going to be having on Phil.
Oh, nice.
That hack.
Diaz.
So 2 Phils in a row.
That guy
Yeah.
on Monday. So
What's he
I'll
ever
see you
done?
guys, everybody, hopefully in the chat on the next one. And we'll see y'all later.
Later, everyone.